Avoid these 5 real estate investing mistakes. Hey guys, Brenton Haynes here. Thanks so much for tuning back in. Today we're going to explore the top 5 mistakes real estate investors make. But before we get started, guys, click that like button, hit subscribe. I would totally appreciate it. All right, guys, so the top 5 mistakes that I see real estate investors make. Number 5, not building your team. Guys, can you do it on your own? You can, but you're going to make a lot more mistakes doing it, and it's going to take you a lot longer to build that generational wealth. Guys, building a team is super, super important. Surround yourself with super smart people, people that have already gone down that road before you. They're going to show you tips and tricks and share some of their mistakes. Mentors are huge. Getting the right lender is huge. Getting the right attorney involved is huge. Guys, building your team is super critical. When I see guys doing it on their own, they make some really just mistakes that they could have easily avoided if they just built a proper team. So guys, number 5, building your team. Be sure to do it. Number 4, buying in areas you don't know. Guys, come on, you hear me talk about this all the time. Buy in your backyard, buy where you live. Don't buy across the country in the Midwest because prices are cheaper because you live in California, or you live in Colorado, or you live in New York because it's just cheaper. Come on, guys, buy in areas you know. It's going to be easy for you to understand that market and you can focus on other areas. Number 4, don't buy in areas you don't know. Number 3, buying different property types. Specialize in a property type. If you're an apartment guy, buy apartments. If you're a retail guy, buy a retail. If you like office, buy office. If you like industrial, buy industrial. But pick something and stick with it. Don't go buying a little bit of everything thinking you need to diversify in different property types. It's going to take you forever to learn it all and learn the little quirks and nuances of each property type. For me, I'm an apartment guy. I love apartments. That's all I look at. That's all I know. So specialize in a property type. Don't buy a ton of different property types. Number 2, not having reserves. Look, having cash is king and you need to just build up those reserves. Me personally, I like to have 6 months to a year of expenses on hand at any time. Now those are personal expenses, but in my properties, I build up those reserves as well. So I'm not taking cash flow every month. I'm building up reserves, and a lot of times I pull that cash out at the end of the year upon advice of my CPA, part of my team, what we already talked about. So I'll keep that cash in there in case I have some big capital expenditures. That way I'm not having to get loans or lines of credit or have to give myself a loan. So guys, build up those reserves. Reserves are super important in this business. It will take time. A lot of times at the end of the year, I pull that money out and I put it in savings and I won't spend it because I want to keep those reserves on hand. So stay liquid, build up those reserves. The number 1 mistake I see investors make, real simple, math. I mean, guys, this is stuff we learned in 3rd grade. It's simple arithmetic. Understand the math. Okay, now the quality of numbers you get on these deals is super important as well, right? So we need to do the research and make sure that the income is the income that we're dealing with. We can crunch the expenses a little bit easier than we can the income because we kind of know it over time. We kind of know what expenses should or should not be. So when we get those OMs, okay, we can kind of see if it's in line or not right out of the gate. And we're going to plug in some variables on that as well. But know the math, understand the math for the area, understand market rents. This is all part of the math, guys. So don't get the math wrong. You get the math wrong, it's all going to blow up. Okay, so the number 1 thing is know the math. So I've also have a couple great little tools for you guys. There are a couple free downloads. One, I have a really good basic investor's guide that I've put together. It's got topics in it such as analyzing property, curbing your liability, things like that get you to think about really building your team and who you're going to need and what type of vendors, and you can track all that stuff. So the other thing I've put together is what we talked about, the math. I have some great property analysis sheets. So the one I have up on my website is what I refer to as my quick and dirty. It's real simple. Takes me about 5 minutes to fill it out. So as I'm looking for property and I'm searching for property, if I see something that looks good, I just plug the numbers in really quick. And it tells me if this is a winner or not. Now, as we get into the property, if I get something that's a winner, we got to dive in a little bit deeper, right? And make sure that we really crunch those numbers. The numbers are kind of ever changing a little bit as we're going through that deal. But I got 2 great resources for you. All you have to do is go to one place to get those resources. Go to my website. Go to realestate365.net. I'll put the link down below in the comments. And all you have to do is click on Get Your Free Guide. They're both there. It's a real quick, simple, free download. They're great tools for you. I love some feedback on it. They're ever changing, and I know everything's ever changing. So stay tuned for updates. I only ask for your email address, so that way when I get something updated or if I find a mistake in my spreadsheet, I can send an email out to you guys and let you know, hey, there's an updated one. Get the most recent one. Okay? So that's it, guys. Your top 5 mistakes that I see most real estate investors make. So don't make them yourself. Dive in it. Let me know if you have any questions. And thanks again so much for tuning in. Hope you guys are learning some good stuff. I'm having a lot of fun. I'm getting better at this video stuff because I totally suck at it. And I'm a better investor than I am a video guy. So anyway, guys, have a great day and we'll see you on the next one. Thanks so much.